What if all sports balls weighed 10 pounds?
So we said that all the balls are 10 pounds, but they stay the same size and shape. So they look exactly the same.
They're just much
they just weigh
denser,
10 pounds.
generally. Yeah.
And they have all like the same properties and stuff. So like if a ball is bouncy, then it's still bouncy.
All right, so my first sport I covered is golf. And so obviously golf has a similar problem to soccer and volleyball and getting the ball moving. So the first thing I was looking at was what would be like the equivalent material that this ball would have. Like, how would you have to make this golf ball to make a tiny golf ball weigh 10 pounds? Because they weigh only 0.1 pound right now. And so a golf ball 1.7 inches in diameter has a volume of 2.5 inches cubed. This gives a density of 111 pounds per cubic inch.
It's pretty dense.
The densest metal that naturally occurs is osmium, and that is only 22 pounds per cubic inch. And the densest man-made element is hassium, which is only 44 pounds per cubic inch. But this is already where you're getting into those like man-made elements, because hassium only lasts 22 seconds. So basically, if you're going to make a 10-pound golf ball the size of a golf ball, you have made a hyper-dense radioactive element, and it is not going to be stable, and it is going to explode or radiate or whatever the hell these things do. So you cannot... The ball has to increase in size. So I was like, okay, so what if we make the ball out of osmium? You can do it. Osmium is stable enough to make a golf ball out of. Hassium is not. You do not want to play a 22-second game of golf. Problem is, osmium costs about $13,000 per kilogram. So while admittedly golf is a rich man's sport, each ball costing $60,000 is probably not
Some people would do
in the
it.
cards. Yeah, I'm sure some people golf with solid gold golf balls and all that, but the sport needs to remain a little accessible. So the closest element by price, which was actually nice, it was actually a nice little conversation I found online. It was between like physics teachers, and the teacher was like, I had this moment when I was a student, and like my physics teacher had like a thing of mercury that was super heavy, and like it like left an impression on me, so I want to do that for my students, and I'm trying to get like heavy elements. And this one guy just like, here's a list of all the elements with like what their per kilogram price is. And it was like a little feel-good story for me. But anyway, the best we're going to do is tungsten, which just beats out uranium. So tungsten, instead of 22, is actually still 19 grams per centimeter cubed. And so tungsten only costs $35 per kilogram. So when we make our ball, it's only going to cost us $160 per golf ball.
That's a lot better.
It's a lot better. It's a lot, but it's a lot better. And to get our 10-pound ball, our ball size is actually going to increase to 3 inches in diameter, which is a decent bit bigger than like a billiard ball, which is like 2.25 inch.
Okay, that's reasonable, I think.
We have a fairly decent sized ball, which is good. It's actually helpful for us because we have to get this ball all the way to the other side of a golf course. And the question is, how do we get it there? Hitting it is not really a great option. I actually watched a video of a deleted episode, or a episode that never made it into fruition, for a bowling trick shot show where a guy was trying to hit a strike with by hitting a bowling ball with a golf club. And basically after like 4 attempts where the ball like barely moved and like went to the gutter, he did the 5th attempt where he tried to hit it harder and just ended up injuring himself. And the ball still didn't go anywhere. Right. It went in the gutter. So golf clubs are out of the question. They will break, you will injure yourself, and it will be a bad time.
Why did he think that would work?
I didn't think it would work.
Why did
but I just
he
wanted
think
to
it
see
would work?
Oh, this was for doing bowling trick shots. This was not him trying to golf on a golf course. This was him just trying to get the ball to the other side of the lane.
Right. Why did you think that would work?
I don't know. I guess you run out of bowling trick shots idea when you have to do a whole show about it.
I think there aren't too many, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, there's like a couple, like between the legs, like spin
I don't think that's a trick shot between the legs. That's like you don't know how to bowl.
No, like backwards between the legs.
Oh, okay.
And like one-handed and like good, and like you get a strike. Anyhow, of all the bad bowling trick shots, this one was definitely the worst. So I worked with a few different concepts, but the one I ended up happiest with for driving was just to stick that shit in a cannon. So our 3-inch ball isn't actually too far off the standard size of 4.5 inches for a 12-pound cannonball. So these cannons already exist. Generally, for a 12-pound cannonball in the cannon has a range of about 600 yards. But that's in a 4.5-inch barrel. So we have to reduce the barrel size to be 3 inches because you can't have extra space. So factoring that we're going to put less gunpowder in, I imagine we can still manage about 250 to 300 yards with our cannon shot bowling ball, which is perfect because that's about the distance of like a regular golf drive. So we're going to be shooting the shit with cannons. But with golf, you need a range of shots. So you need a medium shot, and you need a putting shot. So for the medium shot, you're switching from a cannon to a giant slingshot. Where I found a video where a guy, he had this like homemade giant slingshot shooting firing conveniently bowling balls, which are about the same weight as our golf ball, and he was managing about 100 yards. So that's basically perfect for our mid-range shots. And then lastly, for the putting, as you may have already guessed, we're going to go to the Mondo Croquet route and just use sledgehammers to get the ball over the, into the green. Because you're going to need that little bit of extra control to actually putt.
Are they shaped like feet?
No, they're shaped like comically sized golf putting clubs.
Okay.
So yeah, cannons, slingshots, and sledgehammers. And that's how you're going to play golf from now on.
Sounds fun.
How much does a cannon cost? Because you're trying to keep costs down.
Oh, how much does a cannon cost? That's a good question.
Probably not too much, actually.
How much does a cannon cost? Well, a Canon camera costs $450 on eBay.